Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Oluwaseun Olatunji, and in today's video I will be explaining why people play games aside fun. Why do people play games other than catching fun? Is there more to games than fun? We'll find out in this video. All right, some people mistake playing games for being jobless. Some see it as joblessness, because you have no job and that's why you're wasting your time playing game. Some people see it as wasting of time because they feel the time you are spending in playing games, you are basically passing that time and you're wasting the time. And another group of people, they think playing games is a waste of money, because you would agree with me that some of these games are somewhat costly. For if anyone says any of these negative things to you for being a gamer or for playing game, then you need to refer them to this video, because I'll be revealing 5 reasons and 5 benefits why people play games. 5 benefits you can derive from being a gamer, from playing games. If I review the 5 benefits, while I was saving money for my PlayStation 5, it cost me £500. When I was saving for it, I shared with one of my friends that this is what I want to do, and I want to save this amount of money for my PlayStation 5. I'm not saying that. It said a lot of terrible and a lot of horrible and disgusting stuff about saving money to buy a game. But if you'd agree with me, saving money is like saving money to buy a game. A game is important to you. It's the same as saving money to buy a car. It's the same as saving money to buy shoes. It's the same as saving money to buy phones. It's the same as saving money for wedding. It's the same as saving money for your birthdays. It's the same as saving money for your vacations and your holidays. Yeah, you can survive without all of these things, but yet we still save money to afford them. So in this video, I'll be explaining my 5 reasons and 5 benefits why people invest and play games. Yeah, number 1, playing games improves your memory. It gives you a good memory. Come to look at it, navigation in the virtual world, in the gaming world, is quite similar to navigation in the real world. The difference is just graphics. When you notice, when you play games and you get to certain places and you make a mistake, the mistake is either costing you your life or it's making you to restart the level all over again. You get familiar with that point where you're making the mistake. When next you are playing it, you have a memory of that place. You know what you did wrong the first time, and you know what you need to do so as for you to get past through that. The knowledge of that can also be applied in real world, whereby you're driving and you forget your turning, your road signs, or someone told you something and you've forgotten, or an important event happened in your life several years ago and you can't really remember, you can't really place a memory on that. If you play game, it improves your memory and it sharpens your memory. And research have it that as you grow old, your memory begins to fade. So something you can do to sharpen your memory is playing games. You get used to different difficulty level. You get used to certain places where you get stuck. You get to certain places where you need to take a particular action, and when next you are playing it, your memory recalls that and you just bypass that level easily. And the same thing, like I said, can be applicable in the real world. Everything in the virtual world, aside the tricks and the graphics, can also be adaptable and be applied in the real world. So once again, playing video games gives good memory. So you are not just wasting money or fortunes on buying your games. You are actually doing something money cannot buy to your memory, and you are sharpening your memory. I'll go straight to the second one. The second point why people play game, or the benefit you can derive from playing game other than fun, is I grouped 2 things together because they both work hand in hand. The A part of it is spatial visualization, and number 2 is perception. What is spatial visualization? This helps you to identify a pattern in a moving space. It makes you understand space and motion better. You would agree with me that everything in game is always moving, is always rolling. Something is usually rolling or rotating or moving from A to B. So when you are playing game, you are improving your spatial visualization sense. And what is the application of spatial visualization in the real world? For example, if you are into sports or anything, you're into football, you're into basketball, you can analyze the space and the motion better. If you are driving and you want to park, you can make use of the space and your motion properly. Gamers are usually better drivers. If you agree with me or not, it does not change the fact. It's well proven and scientifically established. All right, so it helps you to analyze and to understand space and motion better. And also perception allows you to identify pattern. What we see in games, we see patterns, they reoccur, and then they come in another form, and then they reoccur. What is the application of this in real life? It helps you to spot out things easily. You can have group of things, and perception will allow you to identify easily the significant one, the different one, the outstanding one. For example, you can have groups of let's say groups of, I don't want to use color, is that obvious? You can have like groups of animals in a place. For example, if you have lamb, you have 50 of them in your farm. They all look alike, but if you are very good with your perception skills, even without marking that animal, without putting a color on it, you are able to tell which is which. And that's one application of perception. So in summary, playing game or being a gamer allows you, it gives you spatial visualization, like I said, space and motion together, and it also improves your perception. You'll be able to identify a pattern quickly, easily, and more effectively. So the third reason why people play game, aside being fun, or the benefits you can derive from playing game, is it improves your decision making. Fast-paced games like Need for Speed, games like God of War, games like Call of Duty, whereby the decision you make would either make or mar you in that game. The decision you make would either take you to the next stage or end the game for you. The decision you take would either rescue you or end you. When you begin to make decisions like that in the virtual world, it sharpens your decision-making skills in the real world. You would not spend needless time ruminating and contemplating on trivial issues. So in the real-life application, you tend to make better decisions faster to address trivial and difficult situations, because you are playing the game with your mind, and every time you know, if I don't strike down this opponent, the other person covering for him would get back to me. In order to get to the pawn, I need to attack the bishop. And when you're making decisions like that, when you in video games, you are also sharpening that part of you in the real life that is responsible for decision making. Also, some games allow you to plan your strategy and then you stick to a plan. So in the real life, when you've planned what you want to do, one thing is to plan, another thing is to execute. A lot of people make brilliant plans, but they don't stick by it, they don't execute it. But when you are so solid and you are so good with your decision-making skills that playing video games can sharpen for you, when you make your plans, you abide with it, you stick with it, and you execute your plan. So that's another application in the real world of what we got from the virtual world of playing games to the real world. It is good for decision-making. It sharpens your decision-making ability. The fourth one is problem solving. A lot of people put problem solving skills on their CV, on their resume, but the question is, are you really a problem solver? Playing games gives you ability to be a problem solver. It doesn't make you automatically a problem solver, but it sharpens that ability. It like polishes it for you. It refines it for you. For example, there is no game without difficulty level. If it has no difficulty level, it's no game. Right? If it has no difficulty level, it's not worth it for you. Every game has difficulty levels, and before you can overcome those difficulty levels, you have to solve a problem. The problem could be eliminating the threat. The problem could be removing the obstacle earlier. The problem could be using alternative routes to avoid certain things. They are all problems given it difficulty level. So for you to go above that stage, you need to be a problem solver. Otherwise, you keep going back and you keep going back and you keep going back to it, and you will never go beyond that level. I've had conversation with some guys, and they say, that was the days of Grand Theft Auto, that's GTA. And they said, that place where you have to use helicopters to drop certain materials, I don't want to mention, but where you have to use a helicopter to drop certain things to explode the location, a lot of people find it difficult and they don't go beyond that stage, and then they left it. So playing video games also enhances and sharpens your problem solving skills. Gamers are problem solvers. We solve problems in the virtual world and we solve problems in the real world. So the fifth one, because I promised 5, so the fifth one is, this is quite funny, but it's what I do every now and then. It is good for stress relief. My game is where I come to take out my anger, all my frustrations, all my aggressions. I transfer it on my game. If you transfer your aggression to a fellow human being, it's a problem. If you transfer it on the wall and you start banging, at the end of the day you get hot. If you start banging the table, you get hot. If you start fuming all around, your blood pressure, your whatever, you can mess yourself up. But when you're angry and you grab your video game and then you load your Call of Duty, you start all your enemies, all your threats, you get it. When you load your game and you open your God of War, you start slicing all your enemies. When you load your FIFA, you look for someone online and then you pipe the person. The person, if you are lucky, the person beats you 23-0. If you are lucky, you beat the person 7-0. It goes on and on, and it's a means of stress relief. If you are very angry, you load your Need for Speed and you start doing all your rough driving on the game. Transfer your aggressions to the game. It won't hurt anybody, it won't harm anybody, and at the end of the day, you feel very relieved and you feel okay. And that also, it's a perfect way to ease the brain from the stress and the frustrations of real life. Everyday stress will come, frustration might come. I don't say frustration will come every day, but frustration might come. But playing game breaks the gap, and then you become stress-free, you become better, you feel a lot better. So if you have watched this video, I have highlighted 5 benefits of playing games, or I've given you 5 reasons why people play game other than catching fun. It's fun, I know, yeah, but there is more to it. So thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video, you've derived at least one thing that is useful there, please like this video, turn on the notification button, and subscribe to this channel. See me in my next video. Play on and play big. I'll see you later. Bye.